This time we are replacing the headlight housing on a 2000 Subaru Legacy Outback, whatever they call it. And doesn't look like it's too hard to do. A few bolts to take out, a few connections to undo, battery to disconnect. We're going to take care of that here. I've got the other housing in place, ready to go. So the first thing we got to do is disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Preparing for this, it looks like Subaru makes things easy. The headlight housing and the battery terminal, everything looks to be 10 millimeters. So I got this, and I got a little ratchet. Everything's the same size. The battery's a little loose. Take that off. Put it somewhere out of the way. Now ready to get onto the headlight housing. Headlight housing has 3 bolts. One up top over here by the battery. Right there. And 2 more down under the hood. Again, they're all 10 millimeters. A little ratchet. Finish up on these bolts. Neighbor came over for a few minutes. See what was going on. This is something I wasn't sure what I'm doing. He'd be the one I'd talk to about what am I doing wrong. Okay, the bolts are out. I'm going to try to get the housing out. I could try to undo the wire, connecting to the headlight. I'm going to try to pull it out a little so I can get to it easier. The parking and turn lights are over here. I can't even see them, so I gotta wait till I get the housing out. I'm gonna try to get this out now. Looking at the new one, I can see there's a little, not a latch, but a little hook that connects to a prong or something in the car here to hold this corner still. So I'm gonna start on the other end and see if I can get this out. Alright, we've got it out, so now we gotta disconnect things. Let's start with the parking and turn signal lights. You can see the little connectors here. It's like there's a little tab on the bottom. You gotta push in to help release it. And we'll see if we can do that here. I'm gonna take the bulb out and try to show you so I can make it easier to see. Okay, I can just turn like the whole container here to bring out the whole bulb, like you're going to replace this bulb. I don't know how well you can see it. But here's the connector here. I'm just going to press this in, pull it apart, hopefully. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the housing. Take out the other one. Be able to see this one easier. Press the bottom here. Get that out. Make sure I remember which is which. Shouldn't be too much trouble because they're a little different. Maneuver this a little bit so you can see this final connection. There's a little tab right here for the headlights. I'm going to push this in with my fingernail and try to pull it out. I'm sure other people have easier ways of doing this, but I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go, we got it out. So now the housing should be free to go. There you go, let's get the new housing in there. Got the new housing. I'll set it here so we can hook up all the connectors first. Put the headlight in first. Make sure that goes in all the way. Snapped into place. Two lights over here. Hopefully you can see any of this. And get this guy snapped in. The second one snapped in. They're in all the way. Looks like we're good. There we go. Now there is a little latch under here. You can just see it has a little catch in it. Because down here there's a little peg. We're gonna make sure we get that on there. Put that in there first. Get some line. Keep that in here. It's in place. On the front side here, put in these two bolts. And behind first. Ratchet. Things tight. Hook up the battery again. Don't have to touch anything else. Tight. Now we get to see if we have lights. Didn't even talk to you about what was wrong with this thing. We've had eternal problems with our driver's side headlight. All the connections for it were always loose, so there's a little spring, I guess, little clamp that holds the headlight in that we've always had trouble with. Finally gave up and got a new housing because you can't just buy that one part. Got tired of not having a headlight every time we get a little bump in the road. So let's see if we get lights. Okay, looks like we have headlights again. Of course I do need to check the other lights. So the turn. Check the headlights, brights and that. Hopefully you don't have to do this, but I've heard that this is an internal problem with the Subaru headlight housing. Hey, we're back in the house now. There's one more step I did on the headlight that I did not get on tape. Wasn't too exciting to watch, but aligning the headlight. Because this one was, the new one I put on was kind of low, and so there is an adjustment on the back. I'll show you here on the old housing. You can see this little screw here. You can kind of turn it by hand. If you can't, you can use a screwdriver or a 8mm little socket or whatever you can to get in there. I was able to move the new one pretty much by hand. But you turn this and it'll lower or higher the the aim of the headlight. And if you look at a automotive repair manual like Haynes, or I've got one for our Subaru, and they've got some instructions in there for aligning the headlight. Of course, it's also recommended that you take it into a dealership to let them properly align it, or to a shop to let them properly align it. But I did the initial adjustment, pointing it at a wall, and get it all set up. Hope this was helpful. Make sure you do the alignment so that the light's not blinding any other drivers and that you're getting the best visibility you can. This is a home chore done yet again, but make sure you get professionals to help you out, because I'm not a professional. This is my long-term memory. Bye.